Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue.
Oh, flex. Buckle up and join the best. Let City relieve your stress. So yes, let the music soothe your soul and keep it going just to refresh. Buckle and enjoy the ride from 2 to the half of the 5. Mondays to Fridays happening live. Where we gon' have a ball, you can text your guys. Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. Are you ready for the Traffic Avenue? Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. An applause for the Traffic Avenue.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you.
City 97.3. Accra.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
City News.
It's 17:30 GMT. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Umaru Sanda Amadou, and tonight I'm here with
Eno Safo.
And coming up over the next 90 minutes. NDC demonstration in Kumasi over EC register turns violent as police reportedly fired tear gas, leading to injuries to several others demonstrators in an attempt to disperse the crowd over unapproved routes. Meanwhile, in other parts of the country, we are told the demonstration has been largely peaceful. Also coming up, National Association of Graduate Teachers NAGRAT attributes the increasing rate of absenteeism in schools in mining communities to the rise in illegal mining activities. And talking about mining activities, the illegal one.
So one needs to look at the whole regime of small-scale mining and sanitize that regime, regularize the regime, make sure that the Geological Survey, the authority of Ghana, number one, does the mapping for where all the gold reserves are. At the moment, people are just doing trial and error.
That's Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's master plan to solving the galamsey menace as part of the plans he has for the country if elected on December 7th. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
Cybersecurity Authority warns general public to be cautious as online investment scams increase.
That's in 50 minutes from the City Business Desk. Eyewitness News is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations. In Upper West Region, we are in Wa on Tungsung 97.3 FM. We are also in Jirapa on Jirapa 96.1 FM. We are in Upper East Region on Tanga 93.7 FM in Bolgatanga. In the Northern Region, we are on Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM in Bimbila. In Tajevu in the Volta Region, we are on Revival 99.3 FM. In Kumasi, in the Ashanti region, we are on Focus 94.3 FM and Orange 107.9 FM. In Gosu, in the Ahafo region, we are on Hammers Radio 106.5. In the Sunyani Enclave, in the Bono region, we are on Greener 95.9 FM. In the Western region, we are in Takrady on Beach 105.5 FM and Sky Power 93.5 FM. You can also watch us on YouTube. Look for Citi FM's channel there. You can also watch us on Facebook. Look for our page there and you get to see what we are doing in studio. We are also having a very interactive session So go to our social media platforms and use the hashtag Eyewitness News, and also go to WhatsApp, send a message 0549 986 996. That's a WhatsApp number. Alternatively, you can tweet at me at Umaru Sanda or at Citi 973. Let's settle with details of the story. And the first one has to do with the National Democratic Congress, which went on a massive nationwide demonstration today. Eno Hasazamri.
The National Democratic Congress in the Ashanti region has described the conduct of the police at the Kumasi office of the Electoral Commission during the Enough is Enough demonstration as unprofessional. Chaos erupted in Kumasi as police deployed tear gas to disperse NDC supporters who clashed with law enforcement officers during the demonstration, resulting in the injury of one of the protesters. However, the police argues that none of the demonstrators was injured. In an interview with Citi News, the Ashanti Regional Secretary of the NDC, Dr. Frank Amwakwahine, insists that the party captured evidence of some protesters who sustained injuries despite the police's denial.
Initially, we wanted to go through the RCC, but he said that no, the RCC is a different institution. We agreed with you that okay, then you go around the RCC, then come to the EC office. Unfortunately, you go and place a barricade in the bush, in the forest. What are you going to tell the trees? What are you going to tell the plantain and all the other plants over there? No, we requested to come to the EC office, and we led the crowd to the EC office peacefully. Unfortunately, some of the police were unprofessional. There is one called Baki. I've reported informally to the regional police commander, and he has assured us that he will take actions because you were here, you were briefed. We told you how we were going to process so far as this protest is concerned. So we came in peace. And we promised our people that we were bringing them to the EC office. And you attest to us. When we came here, did anything untoward happen? No. They are people. We can control them. It's not you, the police, who control NDC supporter. It is we, the leaders, who control our people. That is why we wrote to you. So you leave them to us to control them. You don't go shooting at people. No. Especially when you have breached the agreement.
The police say
they are not denying that. And we have given them evidence. We brought our own cameramen. We brought our own media people to cover and capture everything that happened. We have handed everything over to them. So they can't deny.
Ashanti Regional Secretary of the NDC, Dr. Frank Amwakwahine.
Let's go to Hafiz Tijani, is our correspondent in the Ashanti region. And before I speak to Hafiz, the Ghana Police Service issues a statement and it says, police deny shooting incident at Kumasi EC office. The Ghana Police Service wishes to state that there has been no shooting incident at the Kumasi office of the Electoral Commission and no demonstrator has been injured by the police. However, some demonstrators who went against the agreed arrangement by forcing their way into the compound of the EC office were restrained. We would like to take this opportunity to urge the media to be circumspect in their reportage. Hafiz Tijani, take it away. Talk to us about the demonstration today from beginning to end, what you saw.
So it started peacefully as the party supporters from across constituencies in the Ashanti region gathered at the party's regional office. Then the leaders came in, the leadership of the party, the region came in, then they started to move. So the procession was so peaceful. It was interspersed with fun as music was being played and they danced to the tunes. So they went through the principal streets of Kumasi. So from Amekum, where the regional office is situated, then they moved to the Labour Roundabout, then to the Asafu Market area. Then they proceeded to Edum, to the KMA offices, then to the RCC. So the Electoral Commission's office is located behind the Regional Coordinating Council. So the police officers had formed a barricade, about 2 barricades, before the entrance to the main Ashanti Regional Office of the Electoral Commission and also the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, so that only the leadership of the party will be allowed to present their petition to the EC, which were waiting. The officers from the Electoral Commission had come out from their offices to wait for the leadership to receive the petition for the protesters to disperse. So while at that, some of the protesters had used another route leading to the office of the Electoral Commission. Then quickly, the police officers were asked to asked by their commanders to move to the other side to prevent the protesters from getting into the EC's office by using the alternative route. So they created another barricade at that place. So it was there the confrontation began. Then we saw that some of the protesters began talking, accusing some police officers of manhandling their colleagues. So I saw a protester who had blood oozing from his forehead, who was also caught up in the confrontation. Then the police began firing tear gas. I have not seen a police officer fired live bullets, but these were allegations from the protesters who said some of the police officers or one police officer fired live bullets. But we witnessed and captured the police water cannon from the formed police units firing the tear gas to disperse, and then the water, the hot water to disperse the crowd. So later, we heard about one police officer who was also being attacked, and he was manhandled by some of the protesters who claimed that he was the one who fired the live bullet and then injured one of their colleagues. So later, we spoke to the leadership of the party who says that they had complaints from some of the constituency organizers who brought in these protesters from the various constituencies, that 3 of them were injured, 7 of the protesters were also picked up, but I witnessed a police officer who was injured and was rushed to the nearby hospital by his colleague on a motorbike. So the leadership said that they were not going to leave the EC's premises until the 7 people were released. Then the police were able to control the crowd from outside, then to the main EC office where they were supposed to present the petition. The police had also told the leadership that they wanted the chairman and the secretary and other leading members of the party to come into the main office of the Electoral Commission to submit their petition. Then some of the protesters also tried to enter. Then the police blocked them. So it resulted in another confrontation. Then some of the glass doors of the Electoral Commission was destroyed to the main entrance. So that was what happened, Sandra.
I see. So by the end of the day, were there arrests?
Yes, there were arrests confirmed by the regional and regional chairman of the party secretary. Then our cameras even captured a man in handcuffs who was pursued or who was taken away by the police, but we're told that there was some discussion between the police and the leadership of the party, and these persons were released. So the regional chairman himself said he was caught up. He said while entering the main EC office, he was allegedly manhandled by one police officer. So he openly reported this police officer to the regional commander and asked him to find this police officer and deal with him.
So the police has denied causing any injury. The protesters are claiming that they have been injured. You have at least one person in your shots, in your camera shots, with blood oozing from the head, for the records.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, you can wrap up.
And our camera also captured one person who had used bandage when after sustaining the injury and went into the office of the Electoral Commission on the leg.
Very well. Thank you so much. That's Hafiz Tijani. He's our correspondent in the Ashanti region. Nationwide, the NDC has been demonstrating to protest over the voters register. At the end of the day, petitions were submitted in all the centers, and if you look at the petition, it has demands that have been put at so the statement opens with petition from the good and peace-loving people of Ghana to the Electoral Commission for an urgent forensic audit of the 2024 voters register and its information technology IT system. It says, "Dear Chairperson," and this is addressed to the Chairperson of the Electoral Commission and is on the NDC letterhead. The fourth paragraph is titled Statement of the Problem. I'm going to read the statement of the problem. And it says, "In preparation for Ghana's 2024 general elections, many Ghanaians are concerned about the accuracy and integrity of the electoral process, particularly the Provisional Voters Register, PVR. The Electoral Commission, EC, responsible for managing the voter register, has carried out activities such as voter registration transfers and the voter exhibition exercise. However, the National Democratic Congress, NDC, has found troubling discrepancies in the PVR, including unauthorized voter transfers, missing and deleted voter data, untraceable transfer path, and corrupt files with missing names and photographs of registered voters. While the EC has acknowledged some of these issues, it has not taken sufficient steps involving relevant stakeholders, such as carrying out forensic audits. Moreover, the undue delay in providing the PVR to the NDC prior to the voter exhibition exercise for scrutiny has raised additional concerns about the integrity of the electoral process. Additionally, the theft of biometric voter registration BVR equipment under CCTV surveillance at the headquarters of the Commission is hanging. The NDC believes that these unresolved issues could undermine the fairness and credibility of the upcoming elections. The party has consistently called for a forensic audit to ensure transparency and restore public trust, but the EC has not responded favorably. Given the high stakes, an immediate and participatory forensic audit is essential to ensure that the elections proceed on a foundation of fairness and credibility. Now, the next subheading is key issues identified so far by the NDC to warrant forensic audit of the voters register, and they've numbered them. Number 1 says unauthorized voter transfer, 2, unidentifiable voter transfer path, 3, deletion of registered voters, 4, misplaced voter transfers, 5, corrupted data files, 6, EC's delayed transparency, 7, admissions by the EC of manipulation, and 8, impact on 2024 general elections. The next subheading is grounds of the petition, and the grounds are as follows. 1, failure to provide provisional voters register in time for scrutiny. 2, discrepancies in the voter transfer. 3, unidentifiable and missing voter data. 4, corrupt and incomplete voter data. 5, premature nomination process based on provisional register. 6, Electoral Commission's admission of irregularities. And 7, EC's rejection of transparency measures. Now the demands are here. 1, permit an independent forensic audit of the voters register and its IT system. 2, convene stakeholders for collaboration. 3, agree to publish the findings of the forensic audit. 4, re-exhibit the register after the forensic audit. 5, review and correct all unauthorized transfers. 6, adopt a revised timeline for electoral activities. And 7, institute accountability and integrity measures. Now, the conclusion paragraph says, the integrity of Ghana's electoral process is essential to the stability of its democracy, given the numerous irregularities identified in the provisional voters register, such as anomalies in voter registration and transfers, the loss of biometric voter registration kits, and other critical deficiencies. A comprehensive forensic audit is necessary to safeguard the credibility of the 2024 general election. In the national interest, the NDC urges your esteemed office to permit a forensic audit of the voters register and its IT system as a vital step towards restoring public confidence, ensuring transparency, and upholding the democratic principles that are the cornerstone of our republic. The urgency of this matter cannot be overstated, particularly as the 2024 general elections approach. We trust that the petition will receive the attention it deserves to preserve the credibility and integrity of Ghana's democratic process. We respectfully await your swift action on this urgent petition. Yours sincerely, signed, Johnson Asiru Nketia, National Chairman, National Democratic Congress. And this is copied to the Majority Leader in Parliament, the Minority Leader in Parliament, civil society organizations and governance, diplomatic communities, and foreign missions in Ghana. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We'll be back with more. Please stay.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Hi, Aku. I just got the estimate for the home repairs. It's more than we expected. I'm really stressed about where to find the money.
Why worry, Musa? You are a salaried worker. Haven't you heard about the GCB personal loan promo? They can give you up to 700,000 Ghana cedis in less than 24 hours at a significantly reduced interest rate and fees.
Really? This sounds exciting, but is it easy to apply?
Super easy. Skip the stress. Get the cash with the GCB personal loan promo with a 1-month repayment holiday. Just visit a GCB bank branch near you or call 0302 634 922. Toll free 0800 422 422. No hassle, no stress.
Wow, I just got a notification. The loan is already in my account. That was fast.
Skip the stress and get the cash you need with GCB personal loan. Visit a branch near you today. Terms and conditions apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Oh, jump on now. Go, go. Gugomi, at what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Hey, is that cool? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kakra, investment kakra, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugger pack?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
Kojo, I want to learn how to drive.
No problem at all, my dear. I will get Uncle Kofi to teach you. He taught my father and even me.
But Kojo pa, in this day and age...
Don't take chances when it comes to learning how to drive. Your best bet is Freight Masters Driving Institute. Freight Masters Driving Institute has qualified instructors who are dedicated to equipping you with the right skills for the road. Locate our office at Tema Community 5, adjacent Golden Chopsticks, or Tema Community 25 on the Deftraco Estate Road, Ashaleboche, in the same building with Fidelity Bank, Westland, Hato, opposite Starbite Shell Filling Station, or on the Spintex Road, Aviation Highway Hydrophone Estate. Call us on 0303 973 388 or 0267 266 211. Visit our website www.freightmastersdriving.com. Freight Masters Driving Institute. Defensive driving with the right skills.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Today, the NDC went on the streets nationwide to demonstrate over the state of the voter register. It wants an audit done. The Electoral Commission has insisted that there's no need for an audit. The demonstration happened across the country, all regional capitals. In Greater Accra region, the demonstration was organized from the Obras Sport at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle to the headquarters of the Electoral Commission. Fred Duho was the man who covered it for us. Fred, so we've spoken to Hafiz Tijani. There was some scuffle, and the NDC members there say that there were injuries to their members. The police has denied that claim. Our correspondent has cited at least one person with injuries. Some persons were arrested. We are told they were released. Was the demonstration in Accra eventful or peaceful?
I mean, you've used the right words to describe it. It was basically or largely eventful and very peaceful. Walking through the principal streets of Accra throughout the day, because it started from 8 a.m. all the way to 3 p.m. When it ended at the EC headquarters here in Accra. And we've been walking for over 6 good hours, and at no point were there incidents of, chaos or disagreements on the route or any form of, how to put it, like, it was likely peaceful. Let me put it that way. It was very, very peaceful. And at the end of the day, the IGP himself was present at the EC headquarters to pat his men at the back for a good job done. So that of Accra, I can say, was quite different from what we are hearing from the Ashanti region.
I see. Yesterday when I spoke to the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, he said it was going to be very peaceful, but also very, very, very slow, and even urged the police to bring their food and water along because they were going to take their time to model on the streets. How many hours did it take? And what about the turnout? How was it like?
The turnout was, a mammoth crowd, I must describe it, and thousands of party supporters turned up in their numbers to show support for this particular cause of the NDC. But I must say the protests, when they realized the police were trying to rush them to walk faster, then we got to Adabaka, and then they saw what the police was trying to do, and quickly they revised their notes to slow it down. So at this point, at Citi FM Junction, where you make a turn from the Adabaka straight to Citi FM, we got there, and the former organizer of the party, Joshua Kamba and co., they slept on the floor on the main road and prevented their members from moving further. So they wasted more than an hour at that particular point. So since then, they all got a cue from what they intended to do, and the protest was slow. At every intersection, every traffic intersection, they will stop, they will speak to the crowd, they would send a message across to even onlookers and people who are driving past who do not know what was happening. They will take a minute or two to speak generally before they even allow them to walk on this protest. I must say the police, they were basically cooperative. They managed the crowd properly. They got to every intersection where they know the motoring public would be affected in one way or the other. They let the protesters move in batches. Where one group moves, they allow the vehicles to also make their way to wherever they're heading to. Then they stop the vehicles. Then they allow the protesters to also make their way through the traffic. So generally, I can tell you, the only point where I see a bit of discomfort will be on the part of journalists, where we were not well organized, I must say, because everyone is trying as much as possible to get sound bites, and those who were not using the boomstick would all get crowded around one particular speaker at a time. So it gets to a point where we found it very, very difficult to even get certain sound from certain speakers at certain points. And that happened largely at the EC headquarters and in front of the Parliament House. But the majority leader who received the petition on behalf of the leadership in Parliament also assured the NDC or added his voice that what they are doing was just going to enhance the democratic credentials of this country, and therefore he actually supports them in every action and demands. But he's also considering the fact that Parliament will give it the needed attention it deserves. The minority leader, Dr. Kisilato Person, however, noted that they are also considering reconvening Parliament for an emergency sitting where they will be considering the matters raised by the NDC as far as this borders on the peace and security of the nation.
Very well. Thank you so much, Fred Duho, our correspondent, who covered the NDC demonstration in Accra today. Let's talk to the party now. Sammy Gyamfi is the National Communications Officer. Sammy, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Hello. Sonda, come again.
Yeah, I was saying hello and welcome to Eyewitness News. What's your
Thanks for having me.
What's your verdict on the exercise nationwide? Reports you've got from the regions, how is it looking? And the national capital?
Apart from Ashanti region, the 16 regional capitals have all reported massive, well-attended, peaceful demonstrations to us. So I would say that by and large, the demonstration has been a great success. Attendance has been beyond comprehension. It's been more than what we, the organizers, were actually expecting.
I see.
It's been overwhelming, and we are really impressed with the commitment that our rank and file and citizens of Ghana, progressive forces, have shown to the democracy of Ghana.
I see. Interesting. Now, let's talk about the message. Would you say the message has been well received?
Many people are now getting to understand what our concerns are. Some of these things take time. We don't expect that in a matter of a day, every Ghanaian will understand the seriousness of the issues we are raising and the merit in saying. But the feedback we've seen from social media and the feedback we've gotten from our social partners, other political parties, civil society organizations, and even you, our friends in the Fourth Estate, show clearly that gradually people are beginning to understand the enormity of the problem the MPP is complaining about. They are now getting to understand that what we are lamenting is not about NDC, MPP, CPP, PNC. No, it's about the democracy of Ghana. It's about protecting the vote, the inalienable right to vote that Ghanaians have. It's about the Electoral Commission ensuring that we have a credible register that all stakeholders will have confidence in for a free, fair, and peaceful election. So far, so good. But the struggle continues, the advocacy continues, and I am hopeful that in the coming days, a lot more people will join the struggle and our call for an independent forensic audit into the 2024 Provisional Voters Register and the EC's IT systems.
Okay, now the EC Deputy Chairperson received your petition. Did he make any comments? What are your impressions about the reception you got from the EC head office, both in the national capital and also in the other regions, and also the police, how they handled the demonstration?
Well, the reception we got from the Electoral Commission, I would say, was very, very abysmal. But we're not surprised because that is what this G-Mensa Bosman Asare-led Electoral Commission is. They have no respect for the people of this country. They simply don't care. All they care about is to manipulate the register for the benefit of the ruling New Patriotic Party. And, you know, the culture of impunity they display is just unimaginable. Look at such an important protest by the largest opposition party and Ghanaians from all walks of life who are demanding transparency, they are demanding accountability, they are demanding fairness. They are simply asking you to allow for an audit so that we can have a register that everybody has confidence in to be credible for the election. And G. Mensa was nowhere to be found. He's gone AWOL. You understand? He's locked himself up somewhere. I don't know what she's scared of. She could not even gather the courage to come out to meet us. Bosman Asare, who has been running his mouth on this very program, was nowhere to be found. They pushed their poor director of operations, Samuel Tete, to come and meet us as if we're some cutlass wielding or machine gun wielding protesters.
Sammy, it will not be fair to describe Samuel Tete as one poor director of operations, and you are using poor here to mean significance. The electoral commission is made up of 7 members. There's a chairperson, 2 deputies, and 4 commissioners. Bosman Asari, who you were expecting to meet you, has a contemporary. That's 30, and he's the one who met you. So
I'm not saying Bosman. I'm saying that an issue of this importance.
A deputy chairperson is the one who received it. That's number 2 at the EC. That's big.
So where was the number 1?
There are so many times that petitions
you
are brought
get to know where the number 1 was?
I have no idea.
The number 1 is in Ghana. So where was he?
But I mean,
what is he running from?
I mean, when
you see, Sandra, just call G Mensa and play back her own words to her in October 2015 when she was executive director of the Institute for Economic Affairs. She called for an independent audit into the register at the time. And she even said that cost should not be an excuse for the EC to do such an audit. Why was she calling for an audit? Because the NPP at the time were making frivolous allegations about the presence of over 80,000 Togolese on our register. I'm sure you do remember. So what has changed? That today, that there is incontrovertible evidence of illegal transfer of voters by district officers and returning officers of the EC. Something that the EC itself has admitted to, leading to the suspension of some of its officers. Why is it that G Mensa is no longer interested in an audit? Why is she no longer interested in an investigation? My brother, if they have nothing to hide, why are they afraid of a simple audit? Because if they have done their job well, if they have not manipulated the register and they have produced a credible provisional register, then they should actually be leading the call for an audit into the register to vindicate their integrity. The reason why they are running away from accountability, from transparency, even though their declared motto is fairness, transparency, and accountability and integrity, is because they have manipulated the register and they know that an audit will expose them badly. That is it.
What next?
Because Umaru, I come to your office. You are looking for your money in your pocket. You can't find your money. I have cleansed my fist. He says, I can't find my money. Can you open your palms for me to see if you have stolen my money? Sammy Gyamfi says, I have not stolen your money. Okay, open your palms and let's see if there is no money in your palm. Sammy Gyamfi says, I have not stolen your money, but I will open my palms. What kind of cock and bull story is this? If you have not stolen any money, then you should happily, gladly open your palms so that you allay any fear, any concern, any suspicion that something wrong has been done.
You are a lawyer. There's something people call vexatious. Is that not a vexatious and a waste of everybody's time? This kind of analogy you are creating that you
vexatious.
Just can't...
When, my brother, what are you talking about?
I mean, you're just asking the person to open. I mean, the analogy is not the same, but I'm just saying that what you're saying, you're forcing people to open their palm to look for money.
We are not forcing anybody.
Yeah. Very well.
There is clear evidence. No, Omaru, just a second. Clear evidence that the Electoral Commission has illegally transferred people from Tamale to Pusiga in absentia. That is criminal. The electoral laws of Ghana doesn't allow for that. Having they admitted, so how is that vexatious? They've admitted. Having they suspended a district officer, even though they know the district officer was not the one in charge, but the returning officer, having they admitted, having they come out to say that they did transfers without a liveliness test, and that the liveliness test they used our taxes to buy was an European model which did not work. Are you not alarmed by that? Having they not told us that they themselves have seen a lot of the problems we are talking about in the register? So the issues we are talking about here are not vexatious.
Very well.
In the voter transfer we did this year, only 300,000 people, a little over 300,000 people transferred their votes. Why have they produced a transfer register with over 500,000 names? The extra 243,000 people, where are they from? Are you not interested in getting to know this? 3,957 voters have been deleted from the register without their knowledge. They have voter ID cards, but they can't vote because somebody, an MPP full soldier, who has been appointed as an ICT consultant for the EC, has sat in the confines of his office and has deleted them from the register. Are you not worried about this?
Sammy, what I'm worried about is something that the Director of Communications of the MPP, Richard Ahiagba, has told me in a yet to be aired interview, which would be airing tonight at 9 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. He said that you in the NDC lack principles, and that when they were fighting and shouting for a clean register, you, rank and file, said at the time that the Electoral Commission, the President, said the Electoral Commission should be allowed to do its job, and that you trusted the system that the EC had established. He says to me that the system that the EC at the time had is the same system. It's only the change of management. And so to the extent that you at the time appointed managers and you were happy and satisfied with the EC's systems, you should not be fighting the EC system at this time, and that the only thing you're fighting is the management of the EC, which has been constitutionally appointed. Well, he says that you are not sticking to your principles.
Well, I think the only group of people who are not sticking to their principles are friends in the MPP, because once upon a time in 2016, they contrived a frivolous allegation about the presence of over 70,000 Togolese on our register, and on the basis of that, asked for an audit. Even though we knew same to be false, we agreed. And that is why the Justice VCRAC CRAP committee was set up by Charlotte Osei, because Charlotte Osei had not manipulated the register and she had nothing to hide. And we sent our representatives to that forum, and we went and made our arguments. They came and made their case. At the end of the day, the committee checked the register and ascertained that what the MPP was saying was false, and that the other issues which were established to be true to be corrected through a re-exhibition of the register. So we have been consistent, right? When the Justice VCRAC CRAP committee was set up, we participated. We didn't issue statements saying that we will not allow the EC to do a simple audit. What will happen if the Electoral Commission, this Jim Mensah-led Electoral Commission, does the same thing Charlotte Osei did by asking all political parties to select their IT experts to join these MPP foot soldiers parading themselves as EC IT consultants for us to go into the register and the EC IT system and to probe the issues we are raising. They would rather be inconsistent and all that.
Very well. Finally, what next? You've done the demonstration. The EC, before even you went on the demonstration, said what you were demanding was not necessary because there's going to be an exhibition, or there was an exhibition that kiosks the register in so many ways. You have done the demonstration nationwide. What next?
Does this make sense to you? The register has been presented to political parties. It has been exhibited already. And the EC is calling on us to bring evidence of illegal voter transfers and all that. So when are they going to rectify that? And when are they going to re-exhibit the register? They say they will not even re-exhibit the register. And you think that these are not serious issues that we should pay attention to. Well, what next is simple. We are giving the EC 1 week, and we hope to hear from them favorably. We hope that their conscience will prick them to do the sensible thing, which is to allow for the register to be audited if they have nothing to hide. If we do not hear favorably from them in the next 1 week, the NDC will roll out a series of activities that will be undertaken to compel the Electoral Commission to do the right thing. It's as simple as that.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Sammy Gyamfi, National Communications Officer of the NDC. We are coming to you from our studios at number 11, Dr. Morton Loop in Adabraka in Accra. Kosia, you have more angles from the demonstration?
Yes, I do. The national chairman of the NDC has also called on the EC to address the concerns raised in their petition.
We chose to stand by this logo so that everybody will know what you claim you stand for. Transparency, fairness, and integrity. That is what the Electoral Commission of Ghana claims to stand for. We are here this afternoon to urge you to live according to your declared motto. That is transparency, fairness, and integrity. We have our petition in your office, but we many of the issues inside the petition. We don't want to delay the police because we have seen that they have also not eaten this morning, and you can easily see the fatigue on their faces. And so I like to restrict myself to reading our key demands, and then we will hand over to you the petition. The media can have copies of our petition, whether electronic or hard copy, so that it can save all of us from spending any more time. Our demands. Considering the grave irregularities and discrepancies uncovered in the 2024 Provisional Voter Register and the Electoral Commission's admission of unauthorized voter transfers and errors, the National Democratic Congress, in the spirit of safeguarding Ghana's democratic process for free, fair, transparent, and peaceful elections on December 7, 2024, respectfully petition the Electoral Commission to do the following. Number 1, permit an independent forensic audit of the voters' register and the Commission's IT systems, which we suspect have been seriously compromised. Because we have seen actions, they have sworn by the gods of Ghana to us that those actions can never happen behind our backs. But they themselves have attested to the fact that those very actions have taken place through manipulation of their system. So we want to mend the roof first before we clean the verandas of any spill of rainwater. Number 2, we demand that the Commission convene stakeholders for collaboration. The Electoral Commission should urgently convene a meeting with all political parties, civil society organizations, and key international stakeholders, including ECOWAS, who are fond of deploying only military when there is crisis. We want them to come and help us take preemptive actions against crisis that is brewing. It will save them money, time, and effort. Africa Union, UNDP, European Union, and USAID, the British High Commission, and others, to discuss the forensic audit and ensure collective oversight of our electoral process. We demand that the Electoral Commission will agree to publish the findings of any such forensic audit and make them public and available to ensure transparency, accountability, fairness, and integrity of the 2024 general elections. If the findings of the forensic audit suggest, as we believe, that the register has been badly compromised, then we demand that there will be a re-exhibition of the register after the forensic audit, so that everything that has gone wrong in the register and prepare ourselves if the unauthorized electoral. So we.
You heard the National Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Still on that demonstration, a senior aide with Dr. Bawumia's campaign team, Anthony Cabo, says the enough is enough protest by the NDC over the voters register is nothing but a keep fit exercise. According to him, the NDC is well aware the Electoral Commission has internal mechanisms to address the discrepancies identified. In an interview with the media on the sidelines of a campaign tour in Pong Katamanso, Anthony Kabo indicated that the NPP was focused on its own message ahead of the elections.
We've been through that path before. Many years back, when we were asking, they gave us these responses. Many years on, they are now asking what we were asking in time past, and they are getting the same responses. Why should we support that?
They are demonstrating in 16 regional capitals. That is not something.
Well, I think it's an exercise. It's an exercise. Sometimes in this our politics, there's a lot of keep fit exercises. People must get out and show force, and those are all the antics leading.
You heard a senior aide with Dr. Bawumia's campaign team, Anthony Kabo, there. The flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahama Bawumia, has outlined his strategy to combat illegal mining, commonly known as galamsey, by focusing on prevention. Speaking in Pongatamanso in the Greater Accra region, he stated that his approach would involve sanitizing the small-scale mining sector by empowering the Geological Survey Authority to lead mineral prospecting efforts and establish a resource pool of equipment to promote sustainable mining practices.
We are trying to always chase people, but we are not trying to prevent it happening in the first place. So one needs to look at the whole regime of small-scale mining and sanitize that regime, regularize the regime, make sure that the Geological Survey, the Authority of Ghana, number one, does the mapping for where all the gold reserves are. At the moment, people are just doing trial and error, destroying our environment. There is no data backing where they go. They just go and dig, they don't find, they go to the next place and start digging, they don't find, they go to the next place. But I want us to set up community mining schemes with certainty from the Geological Survey Department that here you have gold. In that case, we can make sure that those who are mining there are regularized.
Flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Still on that Pongatamanso tour, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party has assured residents of the area that the government will address the perennial water challenges in the municipality. This follows complaints made by stakeholders to the NPP flag bearer on access to potable water and how it was a great concern to residents. Reacting to this while campaigning to the stakeholders, Dr. Bawumia noted that the Ghana Water Company Limited had been instructed to send a fact-finding team to address residents' concerns.
Going to be solved, and I'm going to lead the solution to the water problem in Pongatamanso. I'm going to make sure we solve this problem. I'm being told that we need to expand the pipes. Whatever we need to do, we are going to do it to solve this problem. And I'm going to be at the forefront to solve this water problem. And also to look at the roads as well, to continue with the work on the roads that is going on now. I will put my heart into this matter. And I've asked the Ghana Water people to report to me when they come tomorrow to do their assessment so that we see what to do.
You heard the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The National Association of Graduate Teachers has attributed the increasing rate of absenteeism in schools in mining communities to the rise in illegal mining activities. Recently, various stakeholders, including civil society organizations, raised concerns over the negative impact of illegal mining, and they called on the government to fight the menace. On the City Breakfast Show today, the president of NAGRAT, Angel Kabanu, added his voice to the calls and noted that the battle had been difficult because of the government's decision to issue mining licenses. He further called for a ban on all forms of small-scale mining.
Stop immediately the issuance of licenses for prospecting of gold or whatever it is, and also for mining in this country. Suspend it immediately. And the last point that we want to hold is that the government should know that they are transient. They are not a permanent institution, and they should not create the impression as if we need to ask permission from them before we stop small-scale mining in this country. And don't forget, in rural mining communities, students are not even regular in school because they see and that engaging in galamsey and small-scale mining activity brings them immediate money more than they can ever dream of as students. So it is even affecting the regularity of students in the classroom and teaching and learning activities in the school.
He further expressed frustration over the government's reliance on meetings to resolve matters like legal mining, which had yielded no tangible results.
This fight against galamsey is not a new thing. So what are we going to talk about? How do you negotiate with anybody when that concerns the livelihood of a people? You don't negotiate. We are talking to you that the water company in this country is saying that the turbidity of the water level is all-time high and globally unacceptable. And you say we should go and talk to people. Look, the fact that someone does have a license does not qualify the person to kill us all. And when we, the people, realize that we are being killed, that license becomes inconsequential, automatically becomes inconsequential to us.
Fair enough.
So there is no need for a consultative committee to consult on what? Are we going to consult to see the extent to which people died? The fact is that the issues are clear. The media have done a very wonderful job in making the issues clear to everybody.
Angel Kabunu is the president of the National Association of Graduate Teachers.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the whole family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
The Births and Deaths Registry beckons all of us to forge a future where every death is duly recorded and every Ghanaian life is cherished and remembered. To help capture these moments, registration is absolutely free up to 10 days after losing a loved one. For registration of deaths, make sure to have a medical certificate of cause of death or the coroner's report. Remember that registering deaths is not just a formality, but a way to cherish the memories of those we hold dear and leave a lasting legacy for future generations. This may seem like a small step, but its impact on the entire community is immense. Our offices are open from Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. This message is brought to you by Births and Deaths Registry under the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, supported by the Public Sector Reform for Resource Project and the World Bank. Call 030-394-41222 or visit www.pdr.gov.gh for further details. From the first cry to bidding farewells, everyone counts. Register now.
Hey, is that Cuckoo? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loan so kakra, investment kakra, at the Momo app.
How do you think I get the small coins from my bugger pack?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. City Business News. Be informed.
Time now for City Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Inusaf. Let's settle for the details. The Cybersecurity Authority has reported a significant rise in online investment scams, with 149 cases recorded between January and August, leading to a staggering loss of over 1 million Ghana cedis. This marks a sharp increase compared to 2023, which saw just 63 cases, with losses amounting to over 421,000. There's more in this report.
In a notice released on Tuesday, September 17, the Cyber Security Authority revealed that fraudsters are increasingly cloning websites of legitimate investment firms, luring unsuspecting victims with promises of higher returns in a short period. These scams are typically promoted via social media ads, emails, and text messages, often accompanied by fabricated testimonials aimed at building credibility. The Cyber Security Authority advises the public to remain cautious of unsolicited investment offers, especially those guaranteeing higher returns with little to no risk. Investors are urged to verify the legitimacy of any investment with regulatory bodies such as the Bank of Ghana and the Securities and Exchange Commission. The Cyber Security also admonishes investors to avoid pressure to make quick decisions and refrain from sharing personal or financial details unless certain of credibility of the source. With the escalating threat, the authority says it will continue to encourage vigilance and proper due diligence to protect financial interests.
That was a Business Desk report by Citi Business News' Emmanuel Opong. The Association of Ghana Industries is calling for reassessment of Ghana's industrialization program, citing a slow progress in the country's industrialization drive. While the association acknowledges the usefulness of initiatives like the One District, One Factory program, it highlights that macroeconomic issues such as city depreciation continue to pose challenges for businesses. President of AGI, Dr. Humphrey Ayim-Dake, has been speaking to the media on the sidelines of the 2024 edition of the Ghana Industrial Summit and Exhibition under the theme Promoting Value Chains for Competitive Development.
We could have done better. We are not saying that it is a very useful policy that resonated with us all. Yes, but there are underpinning macroeconomic issues that affect such policies. And then our desire is to see these macroeconomic interventions that will be innovative to turn around the general macro issues. And the biggest is the exchange rate factor. So if you seek to drive industrialization, to promote export, however, a fundamental issue like exchange rate issues cannot be dealt with. That's a big challenge. We have also been making a strong case that at the port of entry, by the virtue of Bank of Ghana's price stability policy, every 2 weeks, the exchange rate factor changes at the port. You should realize that there are implications. Once every 2 weeks that changes, it changes the cost of doing business every 2 weeks. It leads to inflation. It worsens your deficit position. It worsens the debt position of the economy. And that cyclical issue then leads to a big deficit for government. And you could see one that was demonstrated in the recent budget review.
That was the president of the Association of Ghana Industries, Dr. Humphrey Ayim-Dake. Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry Michael Otrebefi assured that the government is committed to addressing taxation issues to create a more business-friendly environment and boost industrialization efforts.
We acknowledge that whilst the business environment is improving, challenges persist in respect of high financing costs, regulatory bottlenecks, particularly customs and taxation, which is seriously being dealt with by the ministry. These are matters that the government approaches with every seriousness, and we at the ministry will continue to be your foremost advocates in addressing identified challenges in the manufacturing sector. I know that this summit will ultimately deliver perspectives and solutions that strengthen our collective effort to achieve competitiveness in our continental trade and industrialization drive.
Michael Otrebefi is the Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry. Over 10,000 smallholder farmers are set to benefit from an affordable agricultural financing scheme to be rolled out by the government. According to the Minister of Finance, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, the initiative aims to equip youth and women with the financial resources needed to drive agriculture in rural areas, particularly in the northern part of the country. Speaking at the 5th anniversary celebration of the Agricultural Lending Institution, GERSL, and the launch of the Rubber Value Chain Conference, Dr. Amin Adam stressed the government's efforts in transforming the agricultural sector.
We recognize the needs of the agricultural sector, and we will continue to work as a government to provide innovative solutions towards attaining food security and high productivity across the agricultural sector. For instance, the government through the Ministry of Finance has embarked on an affordable agricultural financing for resilient rural development project, which is an initiative funded by the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD. This initiative will support over 10,000 smallholder farmers, focusing on women and youth, in addition to over 450 aggregators and 400 farmer-based organizations.
Minister of Finance Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam. Meanwhile, the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, noted that low financial literacy in the agriculture sector hinders access to credit opportunities and called for increased investment in digital financial technologies.
Financial literacy affects the ability of actors to manage finances effectively, impacting their ability either to access credit or repay loans. Distinguished guests, in the face of these challenges, significant innovation will be required to revolutionize the agricultural financing landscape to expand access beyond the traditional financing sources. Financing models would have to be modified, expanded, and adapted to meet the peculiar needs of the sector. This would mean fully activating and adapting the digital finance and insurance pillars of GERSEL, which are two key strategic areas of focus undermining the GERSEL strategy. The digital finance services would leverage on mobile banking, technologies, and other digital platforms to enhance financial inclusion.
That was the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison. Just before we go, stakeholders in the banking space are pushing for a strengthening of employment procedures in the banking sector to help check the growing trend of bank staff involved in fraudulent activities. Figures from the Bank of Ghana's 2023 fraud report showed that the number of staff involved in fraudulent activities in banks and specialized deposit-taking institutions rose from 188 in 2022 to 274 in 2023, representing an increase of 46%. Per the report, these fraudulent activities also resulted in banks losing approximately 63 million Ghana cedis. Speaking to Citi Business News, banking consultant Dr. Richmond Echiahine says the banks need to reverse the trend by restoring confidence back to the space.
Employing somebody on contracts, you don't put him in a sensitive area. He owes no allegiance to the institution. So this is the first line of defense, that we need to up our game in our employment procedure. In those days, you go through a police background check. They will take your fingerprints. Once you commit a crime and your fingerprints are taken, when you go for that thing, you cannot get entry. Unfortunately, all these things are being sidelined. And because of ICT technology coming in, now we are doing away with the traditional way. If you ask any of the banks now, who has a training center? No. These are the reasons why we see the uptick in the staff defecation and fraud going up in the industry.
Dr. Richmond Echiahine is a banking consultant, and that's all for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Eno Safo. Up next is Point Blank.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Electroland Ghana Limited is back with a massive back-to-school promo. Visit EGL showrooms and authorized dealer stores across Ghana for best offers on Samsung, Media, TCL, and NASCO products. Get a free portable audio speaker with the 50-inch NASCO Android UHD Smart TV for just 4,999 Ghana cedis. NASCO AC starting 3,699 Ghana cedis with free air cooler. Experience UHD 4K Smart Android Android TV with TCL for 6,499 Ghana cedis and receive a free electric kettle. Cook up a storm with the Media 20-liter solar microwave for only 999 Ghana cedis and say no to cold meals. Get a free cake mixer with the 4-burner Media gas cooker. Call 0503-159-739 for more information. Electroland Ghana Limited, home of electronics and appliances. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, go. Google me. At what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go, the go.
Yo, Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Are you searching for a world-class conferencing facility to elevate your next event? Do you need a bougie look for that all-important corporate, board meeting, or private social event? The Alisa Hotel Pavilion at Northridge. Our expansive conference center comfortably seats 1,000 persons in a theater-style setup. This makes it ideal for large conferences and exhibitions. Where there is the need to break out, the conference center seamlessly converts into 2 separate breakout rooms. With the importance of seamless technology integration, our facilities are equipped to support your audiovisual needs. Looking for an oasis of bliss? Saunter into our Oasis Lounge and enjoy your juicy lamb chops, steaks, and burgers. We have alfresco dining for nature lovers in our lush manicured lawns. The Alisa Hotel Pavilion, where great minds convene and beautiful memories are created.
Hey, is that cool? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kakra, investment kakra, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugger pack?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
but we are not trying to prevent it happening in the first place. So one needs to look at the whole regime of small-scale mining and sanitize that regime, regularize the regime, make sure that the Geological Survey, the authority of Ghana, number one, does the mapping for where all the gold reserves are. At the moment, people are just doing trial and error, destroying our environment. There is no data backing where they go. They just go and dig, they don't find, they go to the next place and start digging, they don't find, they go to the next place. But I want us to set up community mining schemes with certainty from the Geological Survey Department that here you have gold. In that case, we can make sure that those who are mining there are regularized. Going to be solved. And I'm going to lead the solution to the water problem in Bawumia. I'm going to make sure we solve this problem. I'm being told that we need to expand the pipes. Whatever we need to do, we are going to do it to solve this problem. And I'm going to be at the forefront to solve this water problem. And also to look at the roads as well, to continue with the work on the roads that is going on now. I will put my heart into this matter, and I've asked the Ghana water people to report to me when they come tomorrow to do their assessment so that we see what to do.
Welcome to Point Blank on Eyewitness News. My name is Umaru Sandamari. You are listening there to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on the campaign trail. John Dramani Mahama is also on the campaign trail. Tonight on Point Blank, we are touching base with the two campaigns with our correspondents embedded in their teams. Let's start with the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Hansen Ajiman is the man who's following him. Hansen, you're welcome to Point Blank. What has the Vice President been up and about doing?
The Vice President has been campaigning in Katamanso, Ashaman, and the Krowo constituency. And so he started on Tuesday from the Katamanso constituency and moved to Ashaman. And currently we are in Krowo, where the Vice President currently is engaging in a stakeholder engagement with pastors, imams, business owners within the constituency to end today's tour with a community connect with party faithfuls and the youth of Krowo constituency.
Hello, Hansen.
Yes, so he's going to end today's campaign tour with a community connect with a constituents of Krowo, which is basically a gathering of party faithfuls, which is usually the rallies that we often see when it comes to Ghanaian politics. So his campaigns are usually on three levels. There's first, the stakeholder engagement, which typically is expected to be a fertile ground for persons who directly are not linked to the NDC, but are persons who matter in a particular constituency, to speak directly to the NDC flag bearer of what their concerns are. And if he has any answers to them or any specific promises to be applied, he gives that. Then he goes into the community where he speaks to individuals. That is what has been christened the meet and greet session, essentially just to touch base with market women, with traders. These are about 5 seconds of interaction between the Vice President and constituents. And then there's the final one, which is designed specifically for party faithfuls, which is the Community Connect, where he speaks directly to NPP party faithful in various constituencies. And so today we are left with the last Community Connect, which will be in the Krowo constituency.
I see. So what are the key issues that are coming out of that campaign, the messages that are being delivered, Hansen?
Well, he's been re-echoing his policy. to a large extent, issues about the flag tax rate, issues about the review of the import duty system. We also talked about his plans to lessen the cost of living for Kenyans, i.e. through the manufacturing of solar panels to augment the current generation of electricity that we have, so that it will lessen the cost, and also to introduce electric vehicles, and also the credit score system, which he keeps talking about, that with the Ghana card and the digital address system, the government of Ghana has created a fertile system where Ghanaians can enjoy what their counterparts in advanced countries like Europe and the USA are enjoying. And then today, he talked about his mining promises. In the past 2 weeks, issues of illegal mining have become of a concern to a number of people. And if I am right, I can recollect about 3 separate engagements aside this where the stakeholders have questioned the flag bearer of the NPP on what his ideas are in addressing it. And so he took the opportunity today to explain to some pastors who are actually an imam who are querying him on what his plans are. And he says the first thing is the issue of prospecting, and that the era where various companies are allowed to go into forests, are allowed to go into water bodies to prospect and do a try and error should be a thing of the past. And so he's plotting to invest at least $10 billion in the Geological Survey Authority every year, where their responsibility is to prospect and to find places where there are mineral resources. And then persons who are then given permission to go and mine will know where exactly they are going. And so no more prospecting licenses. Then the second thing is to have a resource pool where all these big machines, but which will promote sustainable mining, will be put together in a resource pool environment in every district, so that when the community mining schemes are implemented, there won't be a case where people will have to depend on persons who have more money to now invest in them, but rather they can go to these resource pools and get these equipment to mine. In Katamanso, the issue of roads was very prominent, and he was very clear in his mind when he met the seat that if he is voted for, he will work as much as possible to try and fix the road issue. Apart from that, he also indicated that the water challenges that the people of Katamanso have been facing will be a thing of the past when he's voted for. But even before that, he's assured them that after hearing of their concerns, he's directed the Ghana Water Company Limited to try as much as possible to understand what the issues are and come up with solutions.
Okay. Hansen, so when next is the Vice President going to tomorrow? What other constituencies? Is he still doing Greater Accra or he's done?
What we understand is that tomorrow he's most likely to be within the Adan, Sege, and Ningo Pram enclave. If he does that, that will take him to some 29 constituencies he has visited. Actually, 30 constituencies he has visited in the Greater Accra region, and he'll be left with 4 constituencies. These 4 constituencies are Ododo-Diodio, Ablikuma Central, as well as some other 2 constituencies. But essentially, we'll be left with 4 constituencies that we will have to deal with in the Greater Accra. But we don't know if you will continue on with the Greater Accra or Thursday.
Thank you so much, Hansen, for your time. Hansen Ajiman is my colleague here in the Citi Newsroom, who is following Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on the campaign trail.
Civil society organizations and so NDC can acquire to say NDC Yankwa and your person. I was saying now your kaboom, now you be ye maya no ko ba ko ne ka kire of aban say adia wudi sema mo de digana fo no emre na so say mo beko enso wo be hu say ye beko ohini bi ho o say o ye bo abaso ejima pa wa ye no e na de ye ko asori a ni amana akoto ho o ye hira ho wo be di nkunim wa ya de pa ezu okombosom ha ni ehwehwe ensa egu abosom no so e ka se wa ya de ye bosom no be di wechi na we di nkunim biom aban fo we wo be di nkunim biom 777 ezu na mena meka anka saa katase hye ne proye a akoso ewo MPP aban mu anka ye NDC aban a anka by now soldier for etu ya aban ne fi ho mena meka no kra na meka kire mo katase hye ne proye ene ewisem ene kronobo akoso ewo Bawumia ne Akufo-Addo aban mu anka ye NDC ene koso ewo NDC aban mu a anka se ye tu aban nagu ezu na mebia ye obibia ye ka se ye nipa ne bebre ye nya atwom efi se wo de hwe me ogidi se NDC na ene be din kunim wa bato no ezu inshallah NDC be din kunim
So that's former President John Mahama, the NDC flag bearer. Also on the campaign trail, Fauzu Masawudu of the Citi Newsroom is the man who is embedded with his campaign. He's joined us on the line. Fauzu, you're welcome to Point Blank. Where has the former president been, and what is the message?
Okay, thank you very much, Sanda. So the former president, that's the flag bearer for the National Democratic Congress, actually began the phase 2 of his Greater Accra regional campaign with a stakeholder engagement in the energy sector last Friday in the evening at the Alisa Hotel. Now, key amongst which he has been highlighting on were his proposals for the energy sector, but that was not without concerns about the current state of Ghana's energy sector. The flag bearer alleges that the Akufo-Addo-led administration has eroded investor confidence in the energy sector, and he cites what he terms as a series of opaque deals, referring to the ENI unitization, the Mary deal, PDS scandal, and what have you. John Mahama also pledged in his meeting with players in the energy sector that he is going to ensure a reliable and stable power supply to augment its proposed 24-hour economy policy, among others. He also touched on his plans to introduce or implement a solar rooftop system. Now, on Sunday, he started off with a community engagement at the English amount from in the Botian or English amount from constituency, where he engaged community members and traditional authorities over there. Now, one of the things that seemed to have run through his engagement with the community was the state of roads. He says that the government had stated that they had indeed constructed some sort of 12,000 kilometers of road, but he's yet to see any of them, because anywhere that he makes a stop, the complaints he kept getting was about the poor condition of the roads. And so when he's voted, or if he's voted into power come December 7, one of the things he's going to see is the auditing or the scrutinization of these claimed 12,000 kilometers of road. And one assertion also during his campaign that seems to have grabbed the nation was his concerns about how he said he is claiming that civil society organizations, religious leaders have been silent about the current state of affairs in the country. He said if it were NDC, they would have been more vocal, and he's expecting them to also be vocal about the current state of affairs in the country. In Shayo Sudoku, the former president promised to split the constituency into two, because he says that because the constituency seems to be very vast, there is some form of discrepancy. There is some form of issues of equitable distribution of developmental resources. So, as part of his plan to ensure a fair distribution of these resources, he intends to split the constituency into two. Mr. Mahama also makes the case of amending the Public Financial Management Act to make the debt management body under the Ministry of Finance an autonomous body to ensure transparency in Ghana's GDP ratio. He says that the only time citizens get to know the current state of our debt to GDP is during the reading of the finance statements, economic statements, I beg your pardon, by the finance minister. So he intends to also do that. So that's what the former president.
So where is he tonight, or where is he going next?
Okay, so because of the demonstration, they are not having any campaign activity today, but he's resuming tomorrow in the Hafu region.
Thank you so much for that coverage. Fauzu Masawudu of the Citi Newsroom, who's embedded with the John Mahama campaign team. Earlier you heard Hansen Ajiman, who is embedded with the Bawumia campaign team. This is the Election Bureau. This is where you should tune to for credible and relevant news on election 2024. And that's how we end tonight's edition of Eyewitness News. My name is Umaru Sanda Amadu. I did this with Eno Safo. Production tonight by Kobna Wilson and Sammy Gyamfi. The technical support came through from Emmanuel Lati, and the new media support from Edwin Kwakofi. Eyewitness News is back tomorrow at 17:30 GMT. There's a repeat at midnight in case you missed any segment. Thank you and have a good night.
Citi News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.
Hisense is best known for all your electronic appliance needs, such as television, refrigerator, chest-free